pillow that I'm using here. This is the Duo pillow. It's a great way to be able to use your laptop wherever you go and always have the perfect angle. It's got one angle here, and then if you have a tablet or a phone, I'll just grab my phone here instead of here to show you. It's got, oh, well, never mind. It has a second angle that you use if you can turn it around. So a couple of different colors to choose from, and just another great product. If you're just joining us on the computer, I know a lot of you are choosing this with Office. I want to take a moment to go through exactly what with Office means. With Office means you're getting a full year of all 7 of the Microsoft Office programs. So that's Microsoft, I have to count on my fingers so I don't miss any. Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook, OneNote, and Publisher. And they all came up right over there for you. You get them for a full year for your computer, for a tablet, and for a phone. So a full year on a computer, a tablet, and a phone, all 7 of those programs. Now, if you don't need Microsoft, that's great. Then you certainly don't need to buy it with. But if you use Microsoft Office, it's a great idea and a little bit of a discount to go ahead and get it right now. When you get the box home, there'll be a little code in it, and you put that code in. You just download the Microsoft Office programs from the Google Play Store. So actually what I'd love to do is kind of just, since we're almost about halfway through the presentation, I'm just going to do a quick walk around the computer and an overview of the computer. And then in the second half, I'll talk in depth about the solid state drive that's built in. I'll talk more about the Google Play Store especially, and about the Intel processor and all the number ones. The number one selling computer in America, HP, the number one selling processor in the world, that's Intel. The ports on the computer, I haven't really done a walk around for you guys yet. There's 3 USB ports. So there's a USB-C port here. That's the smaller, newer USB port. There's a full-size USB-A port there. So if you want to plug in a mouse or a USB stick or anything like that, you're good to go. You should know Wi-Fi is built in and Bluetooth is built in too. So if you're using Bluetooth earbuds or a headset or anything like that, you're good to go. But there's also a place to plug one in to hardwire headphones or earbuds or headset, those kind of things. And then on this side is your other USB-C port. So there's 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, and that is a micro SD card slot. Another way that if you want to add more memory beyond Alice, the 128 gigs, it's really easy to expand here. You can just pop in a 16 gig or 128 gig or 256 gigabyte micro SD card, and you can expand your memory just like that.
Just like that. So simple, so easy, so accommodative. You'll like this 14-inch size. I mean, it has become our number 1 bestseller, right, Aaron? I mean, I think it's because
very popular. 3
pounds. I truly can take this with me. I can pop this in my handbag. I can pop this in a backpack. It can go anywhere. But I was watching a CEO from one of the companies that makes the chips that basically are the brains for all the laptops. And they were talking about the fact that a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, pre all of this virus stuff, that maybe you had one computer and the family kind of shared it. But now with kids learning from home, college kids, all virtual. My daughter is just doing all of her classes online. To be able to work from home, a lot of that's never going to change. Our world is forever changed. And that's what the CEO was saying, is that now it comes down to everybody needs their own, because you really don't want to mess with, if your kids are doing their schoolwork and everything else, they're going to need to be on it a lot, and you don't want to mess up what they're doing, and you certainly don't want them to mess up what you're doing, whether it's your finances. I do all my banking now. I deposit my checks, on my laptop. It's crazy what you're able to do now, but this is the center of our world, of our universe. So get something that's gonna work for you. Get something, because I remember, I don't think it was 5 years ago, Aaron, that we used to sell laptops that, number one, were great big, heavy, hot, crazy, slow things, and we would sell these for $1,000 and $2,000. And you look at this now, it is a fraction of the cost. It does so much more. It's a touch screen, so it's easier than ever to use. And then, for the first time ever, we're giving you a Chromebook. That is that Google operating system, so that you're gonna be able to find anything you need, because if Google can't find it, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist, all right? Google finds everything. And I think I love the Google operating system, because Google speaks my language. Some of the others can be a little bit lost in the translation, if you know what I mean, and it can be difficult. But this one is simple and easy. It's gonna go where you want it to go. And look at that gorgeous screen, backlit keyboard, everything you want, upgradable memory, and then that great big beautiful touch screen. To be able to do this, dual speakers on it, Bang & Olufsen. The tech in here is the top tech in the world. We're looking at the biggest names in technology in the world, not just in this country, in the world. The teal is now sold out. We have the white, we have the silver left. You're looking at the silver right there, which I think is gorgeous. It's a deep, dark, rich silver. If you want it without Office, it's under $400. With Office, first time ever that we have been able to bring you a Chromebook. And probably, Aaron, I bet you that is our #1 asked question whenever we present a Chromebook is, can I use it with Microsoft Office? And the answer is a big resounding yes now, because if you want it in there, it's gonna be already in there for an additional $50.
99% of the time when you ask a question, can I do this on a Chromebook? It's always going to be yes. If you can do it on a computer, on your PC, or you can do it on your Mac, chances are almost all the time you're also going to be able to do it on a Chromebook. It's just a very, very rare. I can't even think. I'm trying to think of an instance. I can't even think of an instance where you couldn't. So going to your favorite websites, watching your favorite movies, Netflix, downloading your favorite apps. Doing your schoolwork. Google Classrooms is something that's very, very popular in schools. I know a lot of school districts, tons of school, almost all the school kids I know use a Chromebook to go to school. It is sort of the computer of choice for many of them. It has a longer battery life. It's lighter weight. It's faster. Parents don't have to worry about the kids downloading the wrong thing, accidentally catching a virus. They don't have to worry about their kids updating the computer, updating the operating system. It does all that for them. So all they need to do is their work, whatever it is they're doing in school, or whatever it is you're doing at work.
Well, plus,
you're
Aaron,
able to accomplish those.
Not to interrupt, but
no,
when you
okay,
talk about that, especially with their schoolwork and everything, the other computer by the fruit company, I mean, add a 1 in front of that, right? Add a 1 in front of what you're looking at. It's not touchscreen. Absolutely. Which means all day long, I would be trying to touch
You'd just be leaving your fingerprints.
and just getting frustrated and probably using language I shouldn't, that my mama said I shouldn't use.
Yes,
but it gets frustrating when you want something to be easy. It's why this technology is so easy, but the affordability is, I mean, I could almost buy at least 2, maybe 3 of these for the price of 1 of some of those others, and they don't even feature a touch screen.
Yeah, the touchscreen makes all the difference in the world. It's probably the single biggest difference about this computer is the fact that, when you want to do anything, when you want to scroll, when you want to pinch, when you want to zoom, when you want to switch to another application, when you want to explore things, you just use your fingers to do it. It's more fun. It's certainly simpler. It's certainly easier. I want to talk about the drive in this computer for a minute. So sort of working our way down over here on the list, we talked about the fact that this is a 14-inch computer. It's just it's an ideal size. This is Intel inside, the #1 computer processor in the world. In fact, let's talk about that first, and then we'll talk about the drive. So this computer has a bunch of #1s. The first #1 is HP. HP is the #1 selling computer company in America. HP sells more computers in America than any other computer company. So you're walking into the store and going, I'll take the #1, I'll take the best. Whatever the most popular, the most loved, the most preferred is, it's this one right here. HSN also sells more HP than any other brand on their network across all the categories, across their kitchen and fashion and jewelry, all the great home goods that we sell, vacuum cleaners. We sell more HP. HSN sells more HP than anything else. And I mention that because that's why HP is able to give HSN such extraordinary values and bring together all, just these really great deals, these really big bundles, because HP is such a big brand at HSN. The next #1 is this little blue sticker. You see this right here? This is Intel inside. Intel is the #1 processor brand in the world. There are times when #1 is really important in big technology, like your televisions, like your computers. You want to buy brand names. You want to buy the top. It means that they will last longer. Obviously, these items are an investment. you get a longer lasting, better quality product. So you're getting the #1 processor brand in the world. In fact, we have a little video on the Intel processor, on the Intel Celeron processor that I'd love to show you guys now. What you get with the Celeron processor is this great ability to do all your general work, all your general education, the things that you do every day, like video, streaming, gaming, surfing the web, smooth running apps, email, less waiting and more doing. It's a faster experience and an extended battery life, about a 13.5-hour battery life. So really solid performance for everyday computing. And then of course, the other #1, Google's #1 computer operating system is, of course, the Chrome operating system. You're getting an operating system that's incredibly simple to use, that's incredibly intuitive, that cannot catch a virus, that always stays up to date, that has Wi-Fi built in, that has Bluetooth built in. So Alice, it's everything you need for a simple, more secure experience. After Alice gives you guys a little bit of an update, I will go into our next thing, which is another big technological advance. That's the solid state drive. So in just 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to explain to you how the drive in this computer is really revolutionary and has revolutionized the way we're able to store and save information and keep our computers healthier and faster and longer lasting.
I know, the speed of this is one thing that you're gonna just absolutely love. You know, the other day, I was downloading something on my TV and my Wi-Fi was really slow and it just kept doing that circle and circle. We've become so impatient. You know, we're used to having instantaneous gratification, and this is going to give you that. It is gonna, as soon as you open it, you're gonna be able to start typing, you're gonna be able to start touching, you're gonna be able to do everything you want because this is touchscreen. This is HP. This is a Google operating system. And then this will work with Microsoft Office. If you wanna add that into your order, it will come with it. Microsoft Office 365 for the next year. If you don't wanna pay the extra $50, you don't have to, but most people are. I will tell you probably 90 to 95% are adding it because it's so affordable and it really does have so many programs that just make it easier. But it's nice that they play well together. That's why you should do a Chromebook. You should do the Chromebook because not only is it with that touchscreen, easy to be able to use it, but then with the Google Assistant inside, you can use your voice and Google can and will find everything that you want, any answer, anything you want, and even to the point of opening apps for you. So you don't even have to touch it if you don't want to. You can just use your voice. It's got an incredible webcam. You know, webcams used to be something years ago. It was like, well, does it have a webcam? It'd be nice if it did. Webcams we have to have now because we're doing our Zooms, we're doing our check-ins at the office, we're doing our meetings with people we care about because we can't travel and we can't see them. We're doing it all here. Update, upgrade while we have this on a today's special. We take 1 day and we give you the best value on one product, okay? 1 day. So there's 2 more presentations after this one. So this is a great time for you to really make the choice that you want. And know that when you do make this choice, you're getting all the newest technology. You're getting that solid state drive, so you don't have to worry about it being hot or slow. You're getting Intel Pentium Celeron processor on the inside, which means you're gonna have the speed that you want. You're getting the most memory that we want, that we ever give. But not only that, we're also giving you the most memory ever on a solid state drive. And then you can upgrade it very easily as well. And then on top of that, the touchscreen changes everything, but understand when you buy the Google Chromebook, a Chromebook is a Google operating system, you don't ever have to worry ever again about a virus. That just completely taking that off your plate, completely erasing that constant concern, oh, what's gonna happen? Did I go somewhere I shouldn't have? What do I do if you get it? The price of having to fix some of the viruses that your other computers can get, you will never have to worry about it with this. That alone is worth the price of admission. That and a touchscreen and getting all the biggest names. Make a choice now. We have the silver left, we have the white left. It's been very popular today. And like I said, only 2 more presentations. But when you look at our value with the Office, our price is $449. Just call it, round it up a penny to $450, right? What you're saving off the retail is $350 basically. It's almost, if you wanted to buy another one without Microsoft Office, it almost, what you're saving almost covers the price of another one of your Chromebooks without Office. It's an incredible savings today, it really is. And it's time for you to update. It's time for you to try, please try a touchscreen if you don't have one. Because Aaron, everything changes about this. For me, the peace of mind you get of not having to worry about a virus and the fact that I can now use my touchscreen and the speed of this, it really is the entire package to be able to get it today on a flex payment of either $80 or $90, depending on which choice you make, or with the HSN credit card, under $34 if you want it without Office, $37.49 if you want it with Office. So, like I said, this is the time to make, it's getting a little bit late in the day. This offer will completely go away, and that price will go right back up. For example, with Office, will go up to almost $570. Don't wait. Get it home and try it. You've got 30 days, right, Aaron? Give it a little go. Try the Google Assistant. Try the Chromebook and understand why so many people love this system. Some people absolutely swear by the Chromebook, but also having that no virus, and you get the Google help desk as well as some cloud drive storage, along with some Pandora and America's Test Kitchen, some other goodies. Britannica Premium is included. So all of those other extras that we'd like to throw in, but mostly this is about upgrading your technology because we're using it so much more than ever, and everybody needs their own at this point. We're only gonna become more dependent on our technology, so get it to where you can use it now because it is easier and it's certainly more affordable.
We might point out that it's a customer pick on hsn.com as well. You know, so people just like you were flipping by and, you know, saw Alice or saw me or saw one of our other hosts talking about the Chromebook and tried it out. Chances are they had never used a Chromebook before. Chances are they hadn't had one, and they tried it out and got it home and loved it enough to make it a customer pick on hsn.com. So I'm proud of that. I just feel very confident. I get to use a lot of computers as an electronics expert here at HSN. I get to try all different kinds of brands and all different kinds of operating systems. I find this one so easy to use and so dependable. Presenting it is such a pleasure because I always know the demonstrations that I do, they're just always going to work, you know, like that. When I pinch and when I zoom, I can rely on the computer to be really fast, to be really dependable. One of the reasons it's so fast is because of the drive that's inside of the storage. So you might notice over here, it says HP 14-inch touch and then Intel, which we talked about, 4 gigs of RAM. RAM is really important for multitasking and for speed online. This computer is certainly quick, as you've seen. And then it says 128 gigabytes eMMC. That's a type of solid state storage. 128 gigabytes is the largest amount we have ever done, we at HP have ever done at HSN, in a Chromebook when it comes to storage. So let me explain how this works. In the past, before a solid type drive was available, there'd be a hard disk drive in your computer, which was a mechanical piece inside the computer where information was stored and saved and actually had to move. It turned, it spun, and anytime you stored information or searched for information or copied or pasted or did anything, that had to move. Well, that movement created friction. Friction created heat, so your computer would be hot on the bottom. This computer doesn't get hot on the bottom. And then in order to mitigate the heat, there had to be a fan, and the fan would blow, obviously, to cool down that component, which would make a lot of noise. Those things are out of the computer. They're not in anymore. And that's why the computer is lighter, and the computer is quieter, and the computer is faster. That's taken out, and in its place is a solid state, sort of almost like a memory card, placed internally in your computer. So everything is so much faster. In fact, we have a little video that we'll show you that shows the advantages of having a solid state drive over a hard disk drive. And there are a lot of advantages. It is lighter. This computer only weighs 3 pounds, quieter and faster. You have faster boot up. Your applications load more quickly. Better battery life, about a 13.5-hour battery life. No moving parts, so it's more durable. It's quieter. There's not a fan in there making a lot of noise and buzzing and whirring and spinning. What you're seeing now is on the left side of the screen is your new computer, your solid state drive computer. You see how much more quickly it processes through applications, how much more quickly it responds when you open and close. And in fact, I'm even going to show you that in a different way. Well, here, let me show you how I'm doing it. Let me show you a couple things, actually. Bottom left-hand corner, that will open up your app launcher, and here's all the different apps that I have Chrome and Facebook and Netflix and Perfect Piano and Google Photos. I have Crossy Road and Gmail and Google Drive and Play Store and Disney Plus and HP Service and YouTube and the Web Store. And there's my settings. I have the HSN Store. The HSN has a great app on the Google Play Store. YouTube Music, Docs, et cetera, right? I'm going to get those out of the way, and I'm just going to open up. This is YouTube, and I'm actually going to reset this or bring it up to current so you can see that it's live. We'll be live streaming. So this is the most recent thing. There we go. So that's live streaming. That's me on air right now. Yeah. Now I want you to see what happens when I close the computer. Often, I'm sure as you know, when you close your computer, if you're live streaming information on your computer at home right now, if you're watching Netflix or watching HSN or watching Hulu or Prime or whatever, when you close your computer, it stops, and it probably takes anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes for it to turn back on, right? That's not the case here. Did you see that with it's instant? I'm going to close it again. And notice when I open the computer, it's instantly on and it's instantly playing. So there wasn't a drive inside that had to start and stop and a fan that had to cool it down as it was sort of chugging along. That's all gone. It's just that little piece of electromagnetic information basically running around inside the computer, and it does it much quicker, much faster, and much more efficiently, Alice. So what that means for all of us is just a smoother experience on our computer, no matter what we're choosing to do.
Well, you know, it's interesting because really laptops came out first, and then the phone came out. And I think since then, laptops have been trying to catch up with the phone. Yeah, because the phone became so much easier to use, and the phone became so much faster. You pick up your phone, it's on, and it's instantaneous in so many different cases, and it's touchscreen. And the laptop kept sitting there with the little mouse and this and that, and it was still slow to start up. But now the technology is caught up, and now the phones are crazy, silly, expensive, and look at the price of your laptop, which is what you're going to be using day in and day out all day, because it's going to have that nice great big screen. It's going to be a touch screen now. Most importantly, it's going to be a touch screen. Most importantly, it's going to be a Google operating system on the inside, which means now that your Google Assistant is going to live there. When it comes to being able to speak to any kind of artificial intelligence, who do you most go to? Who is most used in the world, right? Google gets us where we want to go. Google gives us the answers we need. Google will look up any kind of little trivia for you, like I was doing last night with music. I mean, all kinds of fun things. But Google is going to be right there. That huge, ginormous brain that is instantaneous and so incredible is right here in front of you. And you have that full-size keyboard. 14-inch has become our #1 best-selling size because it is so much lighter. It is still that great big screen. And with this particular model, you're getting Bang & Olufsen stereo. A lot of times you buy a laptop and, oh, the screen looks so good. It's kind of like big screen TVs. They look so good, and then the sound is terrible. This is going to have great sound, Bang & Olufsen on the inside. And then again, you're getting cloud storage, and in addition to having help and support from Google, in addition to that. And for the first time ever, you get to choose if you want Microsoft Office 365 for an entire year for $50. All you do is add that extra, you make that choice. But when you're saving off of retail $350, off what you would normally pay for this laptop with Microsoft 365, Office 365 on the inside, you're saving $350. That is a tremendous discount, more than we typically do, to tell you the truth. Now, the teal is already gone. We do have only 2 colors remaining for the rest of the day. So if you want the white, we have the white, most limited in the white, but frankly, the silver gray is selling very quickly. So if you would like that, then make that choice, and please make it in the very near future. Free shipping to get it home, and try it like with everything we sell. You have 30 days. Boot it up, okay? Get on there, ask any question you want to, and know that any site you go to, you're not going to have to worry about getting a virus, because this is completely vaccinated, so to speak. I call it vaccinated because it can't get a virus. How fabulous that this comes, and you know it is never going to get sick. I love that part about getting your brand new HP home.
You know what? I don't think I've shown you guys yet. So we're including something that's really cool that we haven't done with the Chromebook before. Included with all of the software that Alice was talking about earlier is a personalized neoprene sleeve from Vivoprint. So when you get this home, this will be in with your computer, and there's instructions on the back. You basically just go to a website and put in a code, and then they will send you a neoprene sleeve. All you do is upload a personalized picture. So your family, like my family here, or your kids, or your pets, or your favorite logo or mascot, whatever it is you want to upload, and then they can put it on the sleeve and they'll send it to you. So we're including that today. I'm glad we are, because the two things that people purchase the most after getting their computers from us are typically, number one, Microsoft Office, which you have the option of taking care of right now. And number two, some sort of sleeve or some sort of tote or bag or whatever to carry their laptop. So it keeps it a little safer, keeps it a little bit more protected. That's included as well. Everything you need. When you get the computer home, you don't have to buy anything at all. You're just ready to go, ready to start enjoying it. As we move into our last couple of minutes, we have a still that we're going to put up for you that shows all the ports, all the features, all the everything. It'll take me a few minutes to talk through it, but it's a really good overview, kind of summary of nearly everything the computer offers, from the backlit keys, you know, to the brand of processor. So I'll start on the top left. The Chrome operating system, of course, is Google's top operating system for computers. With the Chrome operating system, you never have to worry about viruses. You never have to worry about updating your computer. It does all the updates for you. It's incredibly fast, easy to download your apps and your games and your programs and your movies and those sort of things from the Google Play Store. With the HP wide vision camera, you have a high definition video camera, so you can do Zoom and Skype. And in fact, I'm Zooming and Skyping with Alice right now, so we'll get that ready when we come back after I finish these slides. We'll show you, we'll give you a little bit of a live view of my Zoom feed with Alice. There's a full-size backlit keyboard. It's easy to turn your keyboard's backlight on and off. You just hit the Alt key plus the brightness keys. The brightness for the screen will control the brightness for the keyboard when you press the Alt key in conjunction with it. Your audio by Bang & Olufsen, some of the best audio in the world built into this computer. Google Play Store, where you can access millions of games and apps and movies and books. Your SD card reader, it's a micro SD card reader if you want to add information that way, or if you just want to put the card in there so that you have more storage. That's an easy thing to do. The super speed USB Type-C ports, there's two of those, and there's a USB-A port. There's a place to plug in headphone and microphone. It says headphone and microphone combo, but you can use Bluetooth as well. This has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi built in. Intel, Intel inside, Intel Celeron processor built in, the #1 processor company in the world. 4 gigs of RAM, which is really important for multitasking on your computer and really important for speed online. If you're ever online and think, gosh, my internet's slow today, your internet probably is not slow. Your RAM is probably insufficient on your computer. Having 4 gigs of RAM will give you a faster, smoother experience. It weighs only 3 pounds. That's one of the most exciting things, and has a 13-hour battery life. So I feel like when we get the thumbs up to be on the go again, to be out and about and moving it around, we're all going to want to be. It's an eminently portable computer with a nice lightweight and a long battery life. The largest storage we've ever done, 128 gigabytes, the largest storage HP has done on a computer, on a Chromebook computer at HSN. And I should mention, I'll tell you what, HP Fast Charge. I'll mention HP Fast Charge, then I'll go back to that thought. You can charge the computer to half full in only 45 minutes. So that means almost a 7-hour charge in only 45 minutes. The other thing I was going to mention, I can kind of tell you this face-to-face, is that while this has an Intel processor, you should know not all Chromebooks are A, made by HP, and B, have Intel processors. This is an HP Chromebook, and it has an Intel processor. So those are two #1s, Alice, that we certainly don't see all the time. Speaking of Alice, there she is. We've got our Zoom call going on here. Just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the quality of the camera that's built in. It is a high-definition, wide-angle HP camera.
I know, and you know, in just a couple of minutes, it's about to turn 5 o'clock. We should be doing a Zoom cocktail hour. don't you think?
Oh, that sounds good. I'm in. I'll be getting off work right at that time.
It'll make your other presentations a lot more fun tonight.
That's right,
A lot
smoother.
more entertaining. Well, listen, Aaron, this is completely the real deal. When it comes to bringing you something that truly will upgrade your technology, that will really give you all the newest things, and I mean all the newest things, your touch screen, your virus protection. So you don't ever have to worry about getting a virus. The speed with which you're going to be able to navigate everything, and most importantly, being able to navigate it, because this is your Google operating system that is in here. That's what a Chromebook is all about. And having all of that backlit keyboards, every single bell and whistle that you want, and then you do get that customized sleeve, Neoprene sleeve, included along with help support from Google for the next year, and you get to choose, do I want Office 365 for a year, or if you don't want it, then don't pay the extra $50. But you can split up your payments over 5 months if you would like, $80 without Office and $90 with Office. But if you use our HSN credit card, 12 months we give you to pay that. And it's completely interest-free. $33.33 without Office and $37.49 with Office. Your choices are gonna be the white and that silver gray. Again, if you want the silver gray, that one is selling the fastest right now. I think the white is most limited, but the gray is actually selling the fastest. Whatever one you choose, you're gonna love this experience. And Aaron, thank you so much for bringing us something that truly, like I started the show by saying, there are two things in this past year we've used more than anything: our masks and our laptops.
Our computers are a lot more fun, aren't they? So congratulations to so many of you guys picking it up. I think you'll love it. It's a